This is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so yesterday I did the 10 best features on the iPhone X. Today I wanted to do a video letting you know that if you have a Galaxy Note 8, you have 5 best features already that Apple really hyped up yesterday on the iPhone X. So I wanted to break those down because some are well known and some are not so well known. So I really wanted to go over them with you and share them to see which ones you really care about, and if these were the only ones you cared about, you might want to have a better consideration of both phones. So let's get to it. The first one is an honorable mention actually, and that is that with the new augmented reality craze that Apple is really trying to push and be on the forefront of, well, Google has stepped up their efforts in the past year as well with Google AR Core. Now this is currently available on the Galaxy S8 and coming to the Note 8, but not yet available. But just letting you know, there has been a lot of augmented reality development since Apple has really made their push, and now the two are really going at it to get developers on board to make augmented reality apps. I'm not too big of a fan of AR just because I feel like it's something you're going to spend a week with and then never use again, kind of like Pokemon Go, where you stop using augmented reality after the first couple days. But let's get started on the actual 5 features. So the first one is the dual lenses with low f-stop and stabilization. See, on the iPhone X, the main difference between it and the iPhone 8 Plus camera is with this one you have optical stabilization on both lenses, as well as having a lower aperture, meaning it's better in low light. But that same feature is available on the Galaxy Note 8 right now. It has the same aperture as the iPhone X, as well as having the optical stabilization. Really good for videos, and you could definitely tell the difference. In our past videos when we compared the iPhone 7 Plus and the Note 8 side by side with the zoomed in lens, you could definitely tell a difference in the low light capability as well as the stabilization. Check that video out if you haven't already. Now for the next one, it's going to be Bluetooth 5.0. Bluetooth 5.0 is a really great feature, and I'm so happy that Apple has jumped on board with it this year because that means they're probably going to push Beats to make Bluetooth 5.0 headphones and speakers. Basically, this is going to give you an extreme more amount of range, so you're not going to be cutting off just because you go into the next room. Bluetooth will be more stable, longer range. Everything is just going to be so much better once we get Bluetooth headphones and speakers that support Bluetooth 5.0. The Note 8 not already has it, but it actually has an additional feature with it, and that is that this phone can actually do dual audio Bluetooth, meaning it can connect to 2 separate headphones at the same time. Now, people have debated on this, and I quite frankly don't care, that this is a feature of Bluetooth 5.0 or it's not a feature of Bluetooth 5.0. It doesn't really matter to me. The fact is that I can connect to 2 different headphones simultaneously and watch a video, and me and my wife could watch a video and both hear it on an airplane or something along those lines. It's a great feature. Not to mention, if you have a house party, you can get a Beats pill and a UE Boom or a JBL Charge and have them play the song at the same time, even though they're completely different companies and completely different speakers. That is an amazing feature, and one that's available currently right now. The next one is the fact of having an OLED screen with HDR. Now, the iPhone X is the first iPhone to have an OLED display, and it is by far going to be the best screen you've ever seen on an iPhone. Now, here's the thing though, not only does Samsung already support HDR from companies like Netflix, YouTube, and Amazon Video, but you really have a stronger brightness, so it's much brighter to see outside. Not to mention, you can see beyond 1080p. The iPhone only has a resolution of 1080, whereas the Samsung defaults in 1080, but you can crank it all the way up to 2K display or 1440p. So the Note 8 is brighter, being over 1000 nits, whereas the iPhone's over 600 nits of brightness, so you can see it more clearly out in the day and really tell the difference on low and bright settings. But you can also have a better quality display on there, so it's important to know that. Now, the next feature is one that really a lot of people do not know. So not only have I talked about it before on the hidden features video for the Note 8, but there is a really big thing that Apple really touted yesterday that the iPhone X has that the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus don't have, that both the Note 8 and the S8 have. And that is Selfie Portrait mode. Now, Apple made a big deal about this, and I made a big deal about it back when it came on the S8 back in April. And really, overall with this, it's a really great concept, right? For portrait mode, you typically have to have someone always there to take the photo, and that can be time consuming, annoying, and if you're by yourself, then you have to trust a stranger. But with Selfie Portrait, you can just take these really cool shots yourself. So how do you do it? Well, let me show you. On the Note 8, you would launch the camera, and I will do it right now. And there we go. So now that you launch the camera, you can see me here now. I'm going to swipe over this side, and I'm going to tap right here, which is selective focus. Now, selective focus will allow you to actually do the same shot of a portrait mode. So let's do it. So I have more way over here. And now we can go to this shot and then see the difference. So over here, you can definitely see the fact that it is blurred out. The cool thing about this is you can always, let me make this bigger. The cool thing about this is you can always actually adjust it. So even though I currently have it blurred out, I can always unblur it. So this is the near vision, and this one is the unblurred version. So you can unblur it after the fact. It's a really great feature and one that I've definitely liked. So you can see I blurred it, unblurred it, and you can do that very easily on the device. Now, with that being said, we go to our last feature that I think a lot of iPhone users are really going to love. So the fact is, wireless charging is finally to the iPhone, and it's a really great feature, one that I have used for a very long time and toted for a long time. Like, I cannot make a phone my daily driver if it doesn't have wireless charging. One, because I have wireless chargers all over my house. I have, both me and my wife have one by our bedside on the nightstands. We have also one in my office right here that I use for all of my wireless charging here, and then one in the living room as well. Basically, I have wireless chargers throughout the house, so it's just really easy just to drop it down and charge. Now, the benefit of wireless charging is a lot of things, but the two most obvious ones are, one, convenience of not breaking, and two, it actually is better for you to charge overnight wirelessly than it is wired. Better for your battery, not going to damage it as quickly. Now, here's the main thing you should know about wireless charging though when comparing the Samsung to the Apple, and that is that, one, Samsung is currently still the only manufacturer that has fast wireless charging. So that's the biggest difference between the two, is that it has fast wireless charging as opposed to regular wireless charging. Apple and every other person has only done wireless charging. No one has done fast wireless charging except for Samsung. Why? Well, they created their own standard. The Qi standard that everyone uses has not created a fast wireless charging standard yet. So Samsung made their own to better effectively charge faster without, again, damaging your battery or anything along those lines. So that's one. At the bottom right here, you have a fast wireless charger as opposed to a regular wireless charger. But not only that, that whole matte thing that Apple showed off, Samsung has had something like that for their phones and accessories for a while now. I'm going to be covering that this week as I've ordered one, because I was like, oh, people would like to see that probably. And that has been out for a while now. It's actually down to like 30 bucks or even less on Amazon right now. I'll leave a link for it in the description down below. But it's a regular wireless charger. It's why I didn't buy it before. I do like fast charging if I'm able to. But if you want this dream of charging your phone and your watch at the same time, this idea has been available for Samsung since their watches use regular wireless charging. Now, the Apple one will require this one though, however, because Apple, for their Apple Watch, at least Series 1 and 2, had a special chip that was required with their Qi wireless charging, which no standard Qi wireless charging had. So you couldn't just put it on a wireless charger and charge it with the Apple Watch. With the iPhone, you're going to be able to. Now, if they change this on Series 3, we'll have to wait and see. But that's one of the big things that the AirPower is going to offer to have that capability of doing both. Now, of course, the benefit of the AirPower is you can put it pretty much anywhere on the mat, or at least that's what we saw from the keynote from Apple. For the Samsung one, it just has 2 circles that you put it on. So those are all the 5 best features of the iPhone X that the Galaxy Note 8 already has. Very curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you surprised by any of these? Did you know about all of these? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.